Hi, everyone. Today, we are going to work on an exciting grammar exercise based on a true survival story, a woman's incredible survival after falling from the sky. We'll look at how grammar accuracy changes the meaning of a sentence and how to choose the right word forms. This short text contains underlined errors that need correction. Your task is to replace them with correct forms. Ready? Let's get started. In this exercise, some words in the short text are underlined because they are incorrect. Your mission is to replace them with the correct forms. We'll work through each error systematically, understanding why the original word doesn't work and what the correct form should be. Pay attention to word types, tenses, articles, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, prepositions, and conjunctions. Let's begin with the example. When people fall into extremely emergency situations, they suddenly do things they would never have thought possible. The word extremely is an adverb, but here, we need an adjective to describe situations. So, the correct word is extreme. Let's look at this sentence. They suddenly do things they would never have think possible in their normal lives. After have, we need a past participle form of the verb, not the base form. So, the correct word is thought. In doing so, they manage to secure their existence. We never say their existence. We use a possessive determiner, not a possessive pronoun. So, the correct form is their existence. Let's look at question 3 now. The American parachutist, Joan Murray, that jumped off a plane at an altitude of 4,350 meters. Here, we are describing a person, so we use the relative pronoun who, not that. The correct sentence is Joan Murray, who jumped off a plane at an altitude of 4,350 meters. Let's look at question 4 now. Simple had no idea that this adventure would end in the airy realms of North Carolina with a disaster. Simple is an adjective, but we need an adverb to describe had no idea. So the correct form is simply. Question 5. The parachute did not open, and the reserve parachute got tangled out as well. The phrase should be got tangled up. We use the preposition up to complete the phrasal verb. To get tangled up means to become twisted or caught in a messy way. Up here doesn't literally mean direction, it intensifies the verb tangle. Question 6. Murray hit the ground so hardly that her right leg shattered and her pelvis broke. Hardly means barely or almost not, which doesn't make sense here. We need the adverb hard to show force or impact. Let's take a look at question 7. As luck would have it, Murray landed in the ant nest. We say in an ant nest, not the ant nest, because it's a general reference, not a specific one. So, the correct article is an. For question 8, ants are known and feared for their venomous bites, because they ultimately saved her life. The conjunction because doesn't fit here. The sentence shows contrast, not cause. We should use but instead. Let's take a quick look at our grammar category summary. First, articles. We use a or an for general references and the for specific ones. Remember, an goes before vowel sounds. Next, pronouns and determiners. Possessive types like there come before nouns, while relative pronouns like who and that refer to people or things. For adjectives and adverbs, adjectives describe nouns, and adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Moving on to verb forms, past participles go with auxiliary verbs like have, or has, while base forms can't be used in perfect tenses. Then, we have prepositions. These are tricky. Phrasal verbs often require specific prepositions, and using the wrong one can completely change the meaning. Finally, conjunctions. But shows contrast, because shows cause, and choosing the right conjunction helps make your ideas clear and logical. These categories are the building blocks of good grammar, so keep them in mind as you write and edit. Before we wrap up, let's go over today's key takeaways. First, attention to detail. Remember, even small grammar details like word forms, prepositions, and conjunctions can completely change the meaning or accuracy of your writing. Next, practice makes perfect. The more you edit and review your work, the better you'll get at spotting mistakes quickly. Finally, correct form, clear meaning. Always choose the right word form, so your message is clear and understood exactly as you intend. Great job, everyone! See you in the next lesson.